Good morning and welcome to the new edition of Better Thyself. Each one of us sometimes receives a solid, full-blooded punch on life's face. The pain, which is almost an everyday occurrence sometimes, resembles a punch that possibly reminds you of the Indian Bollywood hero Salman Khan, which he gave to Chedi Lal's face. And all the internal jawlines, along with the roots and the canals of the teeth, appear in white and black with technicolors on the skin. So you have that punch. Now this pain can be physical, it can be psychological. It can be associated with a disease. It can be associated with a loss, financial loss, human loss, or any other bereavement. But the impact of the pain, whether physical or psychological, is always benumbing. You are jolted back to life with a shock and a pain, but the life looks to be dreary and not enjoyable. Your colorful life turns into black and white. Now, sometimes the pain is a perpetual pain. It keeps on going day after day, month after month, year after year, and you don't see anything happen. And it's very easy to get discouraged during those times and presume all the time that the pain is going to be a permanent feature and is never going to change. The reality is that all of us go through disappointment, setbacks, and the phenomenal loss in life, be it your profession, be your finance, be your physical health. We tend to question at that time, why I'm having this pain? Why is this happening to me? We forget that these are the times which may not make sense to you at all, but this is a reality, and the key is what you do in your time of pain. Do you accept it? Or do you fight it? If you accept it, then you are defeated. If you fight it, you'll be victorious. How to fight it? Fact is, pain will change us all. You cannot be left unchanged. Pain, both physical and psychological, even physical is converted into psychological at one time or the other. It will not leave you alone. In fact, your pain is silently developing a strength in you, which you do not often realize. And that strength, if you can use it properly, makes you a better person. So pain, in fact, is a process of converting you from a weak man into a strong man. Pain is something which awakens in you those asleep qualities and capabilities which would have remained dormant had the pain not been there. Pain is a catalytic agent to enable you to become a better human being, able to face the world, able to face the disappointments, frustrations, and the pains. I remember once I went to a doctor, and he asked me, what's the pain level between 0 to 10? And I said 12, which it was. And he remarked that despite all this pain, you are smiling. And I asked the doctor, would my crying and weeping and cribbing make the pain less? And if not less, why should I crib? Eventually, the pain passes away. It goes away. Either goes away, or what happens, your body becomes accustomed to that level of pain And that level of pain becomes a norm. So next time you have a pain, till that norm it doesn't trouble you. But once it crosses the norm, again you are feeling pain. And then slowly and steadily, that norm becomes normal. So this is a rising crescendo of levels of pain. But if you keep on facing it without feeling dejected, without feeling sad, without becoming disappointed and frustrated, as I said earlier, you not only win the pain, you not only defeat the pain, but you become a better fighter and a better human being. You emerge a different and stronger version of yourself. You primarily have a choice during tough times. And this choice you can exercise in the times of difficulty, in the times of pain. You can easily let those tough times overwhelm you and let those tough times fortify you. Choice should be to fortify you. Now, your question would automatically be, how can it be done once you are in pain? I know it, that pain is something terrible, suffering from multiple pains. But I wouldn't let them interfere with my day-to-day work. I might at times grip, but then my response would be, pain, I would defeat you. Pain, I have got to live life and live life on my terms. Pain is a wrestling match between you and me, and I assure you I'll defeat you. Complaining about pain doesn't help you. So don't stop complaining about the pain. That should be the first step. Stop cribbing about the pain. And once you stop talking about the pain and cribbing about the pain, half the battle is won. Without your pain, you cannot reach the fullness of your destiny. Don't forget that. If there is no pain, you would never be able to achieve the optimum level of your capacity to fight and become a better person. Unless challenge is there, how can you rise up? Is the challenges which strengthen you, make you fight, and emerge stronger and happier at times. So the first step is, do not complain about the pain. And then don't forget, knowingly or unknowingly, deliberately or unwittingly, many a times we inflict pain upon ourselves. It's not inflicted by an outside agency. It is inflicted by ourselves. You exercise poor judgments. You have gone through a terrible relationship. You undergo a health issue. In fact, any choice made at a wrong time can be the cause of that pain. So primarily, if you are the cause of pain, why should you blame the pain? Pain is a result of your action. And that happens 90 out of 100 times. 10 times, it's not because of you, it's because of the factors outside your control. But even then, complaining doesn't help. What happens is, when we have pain, I look at it, that it gives me an opportunity to develop two things. A, develop my character and strengthen it still further. Strengthen my moral fiber. And second is to get physically better from the pain. Anybody can give up and say it's all over. But do you know what you are doing at that time when you are uttering this statement? The moment you say it's all over, you are wasting your pain. Your pain is not there to stop you. It is preparing you to develop you to refine you and turn you into a better and brighter version of your earlier self. So there are two stages. One is before pain, the other is during pain and after pain. As I said, pain ultimately would establish its own level if it's not elevated. So quit telling yourself you cannot take it. You can take it. Just because your pain is persistent, it doesn't mean that it will last forever. And even if it lasts, as I said, your body and your brain will adjust to that and accept that as normal. And once that level is accepted as normal, the pain is gone. There will always be forces that are trying to convince you that your pain will not go. It's typical in South Asians, You have a trouble, they come to you and say, they start telling the stories of their relations and dear ones who had the same pain, and either they died or it worsened. Don't forget, life has a way of pushing you down. It's up to you to tell life that you are going to push yourself up. And every time pain pushes you down, you push yourself up. And you do it consistently, without any fear. You can be sure you'll be able to defeat pain. I'm reminded of a Bollywood movie. I saw it. It was a horrible movie. But still something in that reminds me of the indomitable courage and undefeatable capability of human being. This was that movie called Karan Arjun, where the mother's sons are killed. But she's always saying, although they've been killed, that they'll come back. Hysterically, she is saying, repeating it ad nauseum, Karan Arjun would be back. And they come back one day. So her pain of many years of speaking that her sons would come back fructifies into reality. Now that is a movie. But psychologically, if you are saying that you will defeat pain, you will defeat pain. She has defeated the pain of the loss of her sons by not accepting their death as a final version. I'm not saying do not accept the physical facts of life. Accept them. And then get over them. They are blocks. You are running in life an obstacle race. And one obstacle is there, you jump over that. The second obstacle is there, you jump over that. The third obstacle is there. Ultimately, the obstacles come to an end and you reach your goal. I'm sure when I talked of this movie, Karan Arjun, your pain must have lessened a bit. You might get more pain by the movie reference. And then you feel free and ease. And then you take a painkiller and go on. But then you are ultimately successful. Getting back to the main issue, your pain has one purpose. The purpose of your pain is to see that you settle the way you are, full of suffering, full of complaints, dejected, pale, sorrowful, without a hope in the world. And your job is to unsettle that pain. So while pain is unsettling you, your job is to unsettle the pain. Focus on the purpose of your life. And that purpose at that time would be to get out of that damned pain, that painful moment. Out, dark spot, said Macbeth. And that should be the dark spot which you have got to throw out. During your pain, just try to conquer the moment, that moment of pain. And that moment, it's killing you. And by conquering the pain at that time, you deftly, very subtly, and very softly Kill the pain at that time. Fight with the present moment without thinking anything beyond that. Beyond the moment that will turn you into a winner at that moment. And once you are winner for one moment, you are winner forever. Keep in mind, pain is purely your pain. You are having pain. Your friends, your relations, your close ones can sympathize with you, but they cannot partake the pain. They can be partners in your grief, but they cannot be your partners in pain. So why crib about it? The panacea, the remedy of the pain lies completely in your domain. Rise up, fight pain, tell pain that it's not there, you'll get over it, and you'll get over it either by establishing a new norm or by emerging successful. But always be thankful to pain because it makes you a better human being. Let pain not change you. Let pain enable you to unchange your latent faculties and latent strengths and become a better human being, a stronger human being. Thank you.